Okay, so I'm just waking up and I still have that guy heavy on my mind from the dream. Um, I dreamt about this David dude, D4 or D4vd or whatever his stage name is, but his real name is David. And I did a dream analysis because I had a dream. Well, I didn't dream about him specifically, but I dreamed about a guy named David, which I felt is pointing me, leading me to him. And then I talked about um, who was in the dream and what happened. So this is going to be part two of that because there's a couple pieces that I didn't add that I think are important now. So in the dream, um, it was like me, my family members, and this David guy, which David is an ex of mine from way, way, way back in the day. And we were getting in a car headed to the mall. And what I didn't mention is that my other ex was also coming with us. But I was like not really into him or concerned about him or worried about him. I was more so focused on the ex David, and I was like wanting to sit by him in the car. And I remember saying to somebody, I don't want to sit by you, like I want to sit by David. And I remember the other ex in the car as well, but he was like faded in the background. So I didn't think he was significant to even mention him in a dream because I've dreamed of him before. So I didn't think that it was trying to tell me something about the dream. I just thought it was my ex showing up in my dreams. Well, no, because when I went to go Google, because it was still on my heart this morning, I went to go Google the Marcus name to see if I could find a connection between the man David and a man named Marcus. Because in the dream, my ex best friend and her baby daddy, whose name is Marcus, was in the dream as well. And we were sitting around, and there was some I want to say she was Asian looking girl, but she could have been Hispanic. I don't know. But I didn't know her. I don't know if they knew her, but we were sitting around her. She was on the floor, and the Marcus guy was just disrespecting her, mistreating her. And my ex best friend wasn't saying anything. And I was like kind of defending her, like, why are you treating her type of deal. So that was the second part of the dream. And also the ex David guy was sitting there with me and the other ex. Now, the other ex, I'm going to say his name because it's significant to what I just found when I tried to Google the name Marcus. So, the ex of mine from way back in the day that was also in a dream, his name is Demarco. And so, when I Googled the D4vd and Marcus, another name popped up in reference or like in connection with the D4vd dude, and his name is Mac Demarco. So Demarco is his last name, and he's a white Canadian singer guy. And I don't know if they're connected or not, but I guess it's something about he's a singer, producer, or something, and the David dude was using his beats or something like that. I don't know. But I guess they know each other. I don't really know. But the dude showed up in my dream. He showed up as my ex. They both showed up as my ex. DeMarco, David. Those are two of my exes from way back in the day. And then the other guy, which is my ex best friend's ex, Marcus. All three of those showed up, or three of those names showed up in my dream as people that I know. But I think the dream is trying to tell me that these are people in connection with this girl's murder. Mac DeMarco, David, and Marcus. Whoever the hell Marcus is, I'm not sure. Hell, could be a chick named Amy. That's my ex best friend. She was in the dream. And some family members of mine was in a dream too. Now, that could be separate, just telling me, How this man is getting in trouble with the law. My family gonna get in trouble with the law. I'm not sure because I don't actually know. I'm just trying to piece this together. This dream is weird, but I had the dream yesterday, the same when I woke up. It was the same time as I seen the man was getting arrested and actually charged with first degree murder of that little girl. And so that's why it's heavy on me because why am I dreaming about this? Now, the ex I could see, the ex Demarco I could see because I dreamt about him before. Um, but this David dude, like, that is something. I shouldn't be dreaming nothing about him. I don't have no contact with him ever since I was little. Barely even remember the dude. So why would he be in my dream? You know, and so I think the dream is telling me that these three men, maybe even a woman, some other people were involved, but heavy on Marcus, heavy on David, heavy on Demarco. And if you Google the D4vd and the name Mac, like I was literally trying to type in Marcus and I put MAR and then Mac DeMarco popped up. So I clicked on that and was like, who the hell is Mac DeMarco? Well, it's a man that's a singer too. So are they all like in on this murder, like of this little girl? I'm not sure. But the truth gonna come out. And if they are involved, that's what my dream was trying to tell me. And it's funny because DeMarco ain't even no common name. So like for this man to have the same name as my ex and he's in a dream with this David man, well David's common, but this dream is pointing me to this little girl's murderers. That's all I'm gonna say because it seemed too real. Like it seemed too real, like it's trying to tell me something. Marcus, DeMarco, David. Those are men that are, I guess, significant in the murder of that little girl. Celeste, I think her name was. It's such a tragedy, but it's heavy on my heart and my mind. So I'm putting this video out there because hopefully they could find, not just get this dude, but the other people who were involved. Maybe even a woman too. So, okay, that's all I got. Thanks for listening.